Shout out to all my broke people. For the very low cost of a like, a comment, and a subscription, you can save the life of YouTube. But anyway, we got that One Punch Man chapter, what's it, 189? Yeah, 189. Let's go. Okay, got my girl Yuto on the front with them things jumping around and everything. Oh man, she bad. Yeah, she bad. Why she walking around barefooted though? Okay, anyway, we got my man Atomic Samurai. He just ran up on King. I think King about to do something to this dude. He gonna do something to Atomic Samurai that ain't gonna feel good. He gonna lay this dude out. Okay. He started the King engine. That means he's in battle mode. Yo, uh-oh. You're quick to understand. In that case, step aside. King, are you really strong? I've never confirmed the extent of your strength with my own eyes, after all. He can't. Oh, he's choking. That's the King's engine because he's choking. Okay, let me see. So you came here to confirm it then. Get on with it already. Unless you intend on doing it here. He's choking. Now he got his chopsticks out like this and he's pounding his chest. Okay. I freaked out so much. I got caught. It got caught in my throat. You ever had something get caught in your throat? Okay, Mr. King, you wouldn't. That's way too reckless. They think that he about to pull off some super move inside the store and go ahead and just destroy the whole store with everybody in it. No way. You'll end up deleted if you underestimate Master. They thinking that he's thinking that Atomic Samurai is a lot stronger than you think, King, and he might be able to delete you. I don't know about that. King's a straight up beast. Hold on. I'm just trying to get this to. There we go. King is a straight beast. I don't think it's anything Atomic Samurai could do to him. Like, period. What the freak is going on? Get up here. Man, this cheap thing, man. This great value. I got a great value on right here. Mic on. This the great value version. All right, there we go. We got it. There we go. We good. All right, so let's see. Just as the rumors say, you've got balls of steel. Do you actually think you can handle my sword with just a pair of chopsticks? He says, no, I don't. He said, you think you can handle my sword with just a pair of chopsticks? So, what you call him, Atomic Samurai, he pulls out this apple. He pulls out an Adam's apple. Not playing. He pulls out a regular apple, right? And he throws it up, hits it with the sword. You already know. Chopped into about 1,000 pieces. King's looking like, oh my freaking Lord, what the heck is going on? He's like shocked and scared. I don't like what happened to that apple. He said, I don't like what happened to the apple. The apple just fell into like perfect cubes. He cut it like into like perfect cubes. I mean, perfect. Couldn't do that in real life. Nah. Because it's all different angles and whatnot. Okay, let me see. I'll say it once more. Step aside. He's no step outside. He said, if you don't bring yourself outside so I can go ahead and do something to you. Man, why he gotta prove himself to, like, it's always some like martial artists trying to prove themselves to somebody else at some point in One Punch Man. Whether it's like swordsmen, martial arts, whatever, ninjas, you know what I mean? Like with Sonic, they gotta prove themselves. Master Atomic is really pushing things hard today. Does he plan to just provoke King until he shows his true power? Now, King, rather than us prattling on and on, the best way to get a true measure of your skill would be like this, don't you think? I'd be like, I'm cool on that. Pretend I am a monster and come at me. Uh-oh. And look at Atomic Samurai's face. His whole face turned black. He probably is a monster. His whole face turned black. He got, I think he's just really curious. He got to see what this dude got. He has to see it. He said, pull it out. Pull it out. I got to see it. Okay, why does he have to force me to go through with this? Guys like this are the worst. I can't believe he's coming at me with all these doubts when he doesn't know anything about me to begin with. Okay, am I really strong, you ask? No, I'm weak. I just want to scream out, I'm sorry. He's unsheathing his sword. Someone, please. Yo, King didn't say nothing. He's thinking all this stuff in his mind, like, yo, I want to get out this situation, man. Yo, bruh. Like, I'm just a normal human person, you know what I mean? Normal human being. You know, that's it. That's all I got nothing. Okay, he's screaming, help me, right? Now you see, like it looked like he powered up or something like that. He may have like activated his luck power or whatever. Okay, he's full of openings. He has no, he said no. He has no, he said he's full of openings. No, he has no openings. Oh, my man Iron's like, yo, he's this dude is wide open. What the freak is going on? Then he said, wait a minute, nah. He's so freaking good, he must not have any openings. Are you sure? He looks like he's full of openings to me. He's only making it look like he's full of openings. Can't you see? They making up stuff for him. Look closely. His entire body is shaking with minute twitches. Beneath his skin lies a mass of deleting intent. He's shaking. I think he's shaking with fear, like, oh my God, I'm about to get blown out the freaking water. This guy, the Atomic Samurai, is a straight beast, and he's shaking so much. And they're thinking, like, yo, he's shaking that much because he's ready to move at any, he's ready to go right now. He's ready to move at any given second. All right. The whole thing is a trap. It's feints layered on top of feints. He wants you to do something. Like King is begging Atomic Samurai to chop him up. That's what's going on. If someone dashes in carelessly, they'll get hit by a brutal counter. Master Atomic knows this, and that's why he hasn't moved. He's looking at him like shaking and doing this. And he's like, that means that if I rush in there, he's just going to delete me. Okay, now Atomic Samurai looks like he's walking closer, taking a step. He looks, Atomic Samurai kind of looks like that the swordsman, the what's it called? The Ronin, whatever it's called from that old kung fu movie or whatever. There's this guy, he's walking around with a sword, whatever, with a little stroller or something. He's kind of looks like him. Anyway, I don't like sizing up. I don't like sizing each other up. It's boring. Now, how will you handle this so-called strongest man? Here I come. Ah! So now Atomic Samurai is getting ready to do something. And King, he yells out, that's enough, Atomic Samurai. He said, that's enough. Aren't you forgetting that today is Tuesday? It looks like your disciples has already realized. He said, aren't you forgetting today is Tuesday? He said, your disciples already realized it. I don't know what is Tuesday. Maybe it's like a discounts on something or something like that, like a discount day. I think that's what happened with Saitama one time. They was like doing discounts at the grocery store, and he was trying to make it there. I think it was Saturday though. So I'm not sure exactly what Tuesday is. Maybe it's like discounts on games or something like that. And they're gonna misinterpret it as something else. It seems there's no need to say anything else. Yo, he pointed at Iron. Iron got scared. He said there's no need to say anything else. Yo, he's turning around and walking away. And there you have it. If you insist on fighting, we'll do it another time. He started turning around and walking away. And Tom Sanders like, oh. He said, nah, you ain't pull it out. He said, I need you to pull it out. Okay, hold it. What are you talking about? The atmosphere comprises of 80% nitrogen and 20% oxygen. Although there are also things like carbon dioxide, 80% nitrogen. I thought it was 80% helium. I mean hydrogen. Let me see. Um, atmosphere composition. Atmosphere composition. Here we go. No, but wait, maybe in there. Oh no, 70. Yeah, he's right. It's nitrogen. 78% nitrogen, 2% water vapor, uh, point one, like actually 0.98%. So like 1% argon, carbon dioxide, and some other stuff, and then 21% oxygen. Okay, yeah, shit. King knows his stuff. King's a straight up G. What you expect? Okay, let's see. Okay, although there are also things like carbon dioxide, methane, helium, calcium, and literon or leteron or something. I don't know. Paul did. I don't. I never even heard that those two words. Okay, one of the most trace elements in Inga Watson or whatever is not as well known. It reacts with the pony polynesiums or whatever contained in the ionizing radiation causing the organophose phenomenon. What the heck is he talking about? Then last Thursday there was a full moon, which means that today at noon exactly it changed into a dual squat phase. Some of us who have our antennas out regularly have noticed it already. The fact that it has begun. A Tom Samurai has no clue what he's talking about. He said, I don't get it. Surely you have at least heard of the Dozina bring reaction before. Everybody's looking like, what's he talking about? They all shocked right now. Well, at any rate, you and I fighting here would without a doubt bring about a major catastrophe. Let's do it this day. Let's do this another day. No, wait, we're not done here. He said, like I told you. King is trying to get the hell out of there. Like I told you, I don't want to cause any needless casualties. With the world how it is nowadays, don't we both have something more important we should be doing? Both you and I, we're heroes after all. Wait, I think a time the samurai is gonna come up with something to get King up out of there. Because he looked like he just had an epiphany. He said, okay, let me see. I guess there's no escape after all. King's like, yo, I'm done. I'm done. Maybe I'll just come clean with everything and have them let me off the hook. I'll probably get punched, but I'll take that over getting sliced up, I guess. And then you see, look, he's getting ready to turn around and tell him, yo, I ain't about nothing, man. I'm a buster. King was getting ready to tell him, yo, I'm a buster. No, enough of this. I suppose it's just as you say, King. I was wrong. King's like, oh, thank God. I can still keep getting paid. I can still be a hero and get this money, and people don't know that I'm really a buster. But I still have one last request from you. I have an apple here. Please cut this apple for me. I'm just an amateur with swords, though. Okay, that doesn't matter. I have a bit of a strange skill, you see. It's sort of like palm reading. By observing someone while they cut an object with a sword, I can read what kind of life they've led up till now. Uh-oh, King. If that's real, King is in trouble, big trouble. King got to go high. He got to go bury his head in the sand somewhere. Okay. If I was King, man, I'd be using up that power, all that money and all that, getting groupies. I'll just be in the crib all day, butt naked, getting physical up in there, playing video games. That'd be it. Playing video games, getting butt naked and physical. That's what we would be doing all day. Okay, I also accept those three back there as disciples. He said I accepted those three back there as disciples using the same test. I'm very curious as to how a man of your caliber will cut this apple. The apple, cut it for me. That's all I ask. He said, that's all I ask. All I ask is cut this apple. Okay, so anyway, King got on the ground. He's sitting with his he's sitting on top of his legs, like he's got his legs folding up underneath him. Not what is it like? I don't know what this T style or whatever it's called. Okay, he moved. So he's sitting there, he's picking up the sword. He's looking like he knows how to use a sword, but he doesn't. Okay, let's see. He's gonna pull it out? Pull it out. Okay, 1 minute elapsed. 2 minutes elapsed. 2 minutes, 15 seconds elapsed. 2 minutes, 40 seconds have elapsed. King still hasn't cut it. He put down the sword. Why? Yo, he didn't know how to take it out the sheath. He didn't know how to take it out. He never took the sword out. You know what I think is going to happen? The apple was cut already. It was already cut. And he goes to pull out the sword and he couldn't take it out. And when he puts the sword down, they're going to look at the apple. The apple's already cut. They're going to be like, wait, I swore he never took it out the sheath. He was able to unsheath it, sheath it back up, and cut this apple without us even seeing it. Like we didn't even see a blood, nothing. Okay, let me see what happens. That's what I think is going to happen. I think the apple's already cut. He might have confused the apple. That remember the dude cut the apple and he said the apple don't know it's been cut or whatever. That might have been that apple from back from a chapter ago. Okay, I couldn't unsheath it. My arms were at their limits from just holding that pose. He said, he that weak? He said, my arms was burning just from holding that pose. From holding this. From holding the sword, he had his arms burning. That's crazy because King looks like a big dude. Why is he that weak? Maybe that's part of his powers. If I was King, man, I'd just start working out and getting strong and whatnot. I mean, with your luck powers, maybe you might actually gain other powers. Okay, lucky enough to gain powers. Okay, being watched with those eagle eyes also made me nervous as hell. I'll seriously get busted if I keep bluffing like this. King knows exactly what he's doing. He just admitted it. Okay, I've got nothing left. It's completely over. He's definitely glaring at me from back there. I'm scared. I can't turn around. Maybe I'll just try and head straight home like this. All the pretty girls walk like this. This. So he started walking home, hoping that they don't say anything or do anything. Okay, he's walking. Okay, he left without doing anything. Master Atomic, what does this? And then I think Atomic Samurai is going to see that the sword, the apple is cut. Atomic Samurai is like in shock. I couldn't even see his swordsmanship, his series of movements. I couldn't see any of it. He said, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see any of it. It's just like with Nichiren. This apple hasn't even realized it's been cut. He didn't confuse the apple. The apple was never cut. He's thinking it's cut because he knows that Nichiren does a technique like that with the apple, where he cuts the apple and the apple isn't cut because he cut. I guess like they did in what's called Rurouni Kenshin, where you cut it at a molecular level, where Once it slides through, once it gets cut, once the sword goes through it, its bonds are gets connected back because they didn't destroy any part of the apple or whatever. It was some type of explanation they had like that, where they literally just separated it at a molecular level. So once you put it back together, once it gets stuck back together, it maintains the bond it had before. It's just like with Nichiren. This apple hasn't even realized this has been cut. This man performed that supernatural feat of slicing the blade through gaps between right, see, slicing between the gaps of the atoms. To think that there were others. On top of that, the blade itself hasn't even realized that it was unsheathed. Wow. Wow, they come up with stuff for this dude like crazy. I did not. I'm keep it real. I did not expect him to say anything about the sword at all. I did not expect him to say that the sword didn't realize it was unsheathed. The sword was never unsheathed. The apple's never been cut. They vibing off of his they going off his reputation so much that they're swearing like it's no way he didn't do anything. And then he looks like, oh, wait, remember what Nichiren did? That's probably what he did. Okay, what happened to the music, man? Oh, it's coming out. I just completed a song. I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see. You know what? I should upload it today. As soon as I get it off this, I'm gonna upload it today. Then also, I gotta start on this second song called K2. I'm probably gonna do that today. Okay, let's finish this chapter up. Okay, if I revealed an attack that surpassed even the atomic slash, I would also remain silent. He's that one that said nothing. He said that attack was so freaking powerful, man. I can't. He can't reveal it, so he just didn't say nothing, as if he were cutting straight through our suspicious stares. He made his point masterfully. Amateurs with swords, you say? What an outrageous monster you are. They sack riding King so hard, man. Oh man, the King is probably the best person to be. He's probably the best hero to be, man. For real. For real. Seriously, it's King. He's number one. He's number one hero. It's been a while since I have faced such a shame. It seems now is not the time for me to be testing others. Apparently, I'm just fledging myself. Everybody's probably looking like, what the hell is going on? He's gonna be like, yo, he cut that apple, so he went through the atoms. He cut it at a molecular level. That's what they're gonna be like, yo, I didn't even see him. And he's like, I didn't either. That's what I'm saying. He moved so fast, I didn't even see him. But look, I think this is part of his luck. People trying him is part of his luck. He's thinking like that he's unlucky because people are going to find out that he's scared that people are going to find out that he's a fraud. He's not really a fraud. He thinks he's a fraud. But I think his luck is drawing these people to him to do for this to happen. Meaning like he's putting up a charade. Well, his luck is helping him with the charades. You know what I mean? That's what I think is I think that his luck is making this happen. Like like it's substantiating that he actually is who he says he is to other people through luck. Okay, Bushy Drill, Okama Itachi, Iron. I'm going to redo my training from scratch. An endless road of hardship may be waiting. Despite that, I will despite that, will you still follow me? So I guess King just made Atomic Samurai even stronger. King is the number one. I the can Saitama beat King? I don't know. Well, I think you know what it is with his luck powers. It's not about can, it's will. He can't because he won't. King's Saitama's not going to beat King. He don't want to. Part of the luck power. Whoever can beat King won't do it. Like Atomic Samurai, he can beat King, but he can't because he's not going to. Okay, yes, sir. They're not coming after me. I'll buy my stuff. I'll buy some stomach medicine and head home. He said, all right, good. He said, I'm in the clear. Let me get the hell out of here. Okay, among the high-ranking heroes close to you all, there's someone who works to overcome their own worthlessness by shedding blood and tears. We've got to make sure he doesn't laugh at us. Among the high-ranking heroes close to you all, there's someone who works to overcome their own worthlessness by shedding blood and tears. Who the hell is that? Said high-ranking hero. He said worthlessness, so he can't be talking about King. I don't know who they're talking about. Okay, let me see. They got look. Yo, they happen to walk past King and Saitama playing a video game. Saitama is literally bleeding out of his skull because King is busting him up. You already know King's the best gamer that ever exists. He's just destroying Saitama. Now, what you call him? Bushy Drill. He asked if Saitama was the guy that Atomic Samurai was talking about. He says no. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. Oh man. Oh man. I wonder why King couldn't unsheath the sword. It might be some type of way you gotta unsheath it. Like it must be some type of trick, or maybe there's a lock. What if there's like a lock on the sheath, like a little latch that you put over the sheath to keep the sheath from falling off the sword? And King didn't know that, so he's up there pulling on the sword and it's not working. And he flipped open the he flipped open the latch, unsheathed it, cut the apple. This is what Atomic Samurai is thinking, and put it back in the sheath, and then latched it back up so quick, so freaking fast that it was like it never even happened. That's probably what's going on right now. But yeah, these King chapters, I actually enjoy them. They're funny. They're funny as hell, and they're showing how powerful King really is. King really is a superpower. Period. Like his powers are so great that he's so weak, but he doesn't get hurt. That's crazy strong. Okay, imagine if Saitama just happened to pass by at the speed of light and cause the apple to explode as King is pulling out the sword, and everyone truly thinks he made it explode. I thought something like that was going to happen. That's what I originally thought. But I think what they did was actually better because it tied back into the last chapter. Whoops. It tied into the last chapter. And then on top of that, King doesn't always need Saitama for everything. You know what I mean? With his powers, it's going to work whether he got a hero there or not. That's, you know what I mean? That's what I'm. So that's shucks. So that's what I like about that. Man, it's crazy, man. I'm messing this whole thing up. Yeah, so that's what I like about that is he can make it. He can make it without having to worry about is somebody gonna come save me. Like he doesn't have to have Saitama come save him every 2 seconds. He's going to make it out of there because he's a gangster and always will be. All right. Anyway, go ahead, leave your comments. Like the video, man. I'm messing with this thing over and over. Like the video, I think it's falling. Like the video and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Peace. Cheap. This is great value mic on.